Welcome to this very interesting episode of In Conversation with Sourav Chunder. Today my guest is somebody who needs no introduction really. A celebrated singer from Bollywood, but more importantly, a national award winner, and more important than that is that she's a wonderful human being. Today I have with me Shilpa Rao, somebody who needs no introduction, like I said, and this is going to be a conversation. Thank you for coming on this podcast.
My pleasure.
And before we get to the great things that you've done, I really want to start at the very beginning of the journey. How did it all start? Why music?
If you ask my father, he would say, why not music?
Okay.
Because I feel he was someone from the entire family. I mean, we have a very big family from my father's side, from my mom's side. My grandparents loved music, but then to really pursue it and to learn, I think my father is somebody who's... I've never seen someone having so much... music is his purpose of life. It's as simple as that.
Oh, wow. And was he professionally a musician? No.
He did his MA in music.
Oh, wow.
He learned music because he felt this is not enough to just love music. So he actually learned music. He learned how to tune a tanpura, harmonium kaise theek karte hain, how to play sitar.
Oh, really?
He did everything. He likes to surround himself with music in every capacity.
Wonderful.
So it's because of him that there was no choice in our lives. Me and my brother Anurag and myself, we have no choice.
Okay.
Music was there. It was not a thing in your life. It was there.
So it was never a conscious decision for you. It just happened.
No, music as a living being in my life was always there. Okay. Of course, doing music as a profession, that was a much later decision which I need to probably take every day because it's tough to keep doing it every single day. So being a musician is a decision that you take every day. So we were born in a house where I was listening to Prabhat ji before I was born. My mom was a huge fan of Prabhat ji. Both my parents are huge fan of Begum Akhtar ji. We love her. I mean, just very vulnerable singing. I think that's what we love about her. And I still remember waking up to go to school and my dad would be ready, getting ready. And he would get up, us time pe Cosmic ke decks aate the. So he would put one rag of that day, whatever he liked. So either it would be Amir Khan Sahab, it could be... he would love D.V. Palushkar ji also a lot.
Beautiful.
He loved Pandit Nikhil Banerjee, his favorite.
Okay. The musician's musician.
Yes, and he loved Sultan Khan Sahab.
Certainly.
Then Mehdi Sahab, of course. So our day would start with that, and we would come back from school, and my mom and dad were parents that they would look forward to coming back home to both of us, to Anurag and me. So dad would come back home and then we would start our riyaz.
Oh, okay. So your first guru in a way was your father?
So yeah, he taught me music before he taught me ABCD. It was like that. Oh, wow. So it was something that music was more familiar to me than school or going to school, and I think he just enjoyed and loved being home with us, both of us. So, and my brother, he's a far more serious musician than I can ever aim to be. He's a jazz musician. He's a pianist, and when he was 3, I want to do something. I said, why did you sing? He said, no, I don't want to sing. Then my dad thought he'll play sitar, and he was too small for it. But he was very eager to learn music. So the harmonium, then it went to the keyboard, then the piano. So in our home, it was like Anurag is practicing piano, he's practicing Bach and Chopin and Mozart, and on the other side you're also listening to Amir Khan Sahab or Mehdi Hasan Sahab, and
And then suddenly you realize that it converges in a single point.
Sure.
Perhaps, I'm sure that you feel it every day. You're lucky enough to do it.
Both sides of music are helping each other. That's what it is. Yeah.
Right. So when was this first conscious decision that, okay, I've soaked
Enough
it in enough?
Enough time wasting and not being serious about it? Yeah.
Not that, but then...
No, but I was.
Okay.
Somebody was least bothered to do this.
All right.
Yeah. So if it weren't for my parents, I would...
You can call yourself an accidental professional musician, can you?
No, I was living in denial.
Okay.
I was denying it all the time.
Do something else professionally? Or?
No, I wanted to do nothing.
Okay.
To be honest, I would be sitting on some tree if my father wouldn't have forced me to become this. But very honestly speaking, I love music. For me right now, listening to music is a bigger love than singing it.
Okay.
That never changes. But of course, being a musician was much later because also people around me would say I couldn't sing it. I mean, वो होता है ना कि नहीं ये नहीं होगा तुमसे नहीं हो पाएगा. So you start believing it to an extent.
Right.
So I was like, fine. I think I don't have much expectations from myself. Okay. So it's better to.
So now, what is the reaction of these people who said
it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And it somewhere down the line, don't you think that it's a retribution of sorts that, all right, I'm here. Someday you said that no, I'm not going to.
No, actually,
no,
that not that too. It's basically, I don't think I have worked one day in my life. I have fun every single day. I get up, I go to the studio, I go on stage. It's so much fun doing this. So.
No, that's what they say, no? That you look forward to, if you look forward to your work every day, choose that profession.
Yeah, it's better because you have to live with it more than your family or your partner or anyone.
Absolutely, it's your work. Yeah. So once you did take that decision, and here perhaps I am speaking for many students of Indian classical music, or not just Indian classical music, for many students of music per se, who say that choosing a career as a musician, when you take that conscious decision, it's a very tough call.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when fame is going to come, when money is going to come.
True.
And it's extremely difficult because if you don't have your stomachs full, what is Yaman for you or what is Desh for you? Or what is Khamaj for you?
Yeah, I mean, वो पेट और दिमाग दोनों साथ में fulfill होना चाहिए.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So once you did take that call and eventually you tasted success and you're continuing it, continuing to taste success, and I pray to God that you continue to do so. What would be your single message to somebody who really wants to be a musician and take it up as a profession, if there's a message?
Learning an art form is very important.
Right.
I mean, having that formal education in it. Like, this is something, when I had first met Hariji, I was 13 and he inspired me to do this seriously, and that's when I shifted my mind. Okay, enough slacking. अभी बहुत फांकीबाजी हो गई है. अभी करना चाहिए इसको seriously. So I started to put myself, like down into learning music, to do riyaz, which is the most important aspect. But what I would say is that learning music will actually expand your horizon. Also, it gives you many more ideas. Whenever you get stuck somewhere, and when you're doing the same things, you go to your ustad because you're constantly learning, and then your ustad will actually give you one little hack, how to get out of it. So that constant learning will give you newer ideas what to do with yourself. So
absolutely.
So learning
is of paramount importance.
Should never stop, actually.
True.
Abhi, when I meet Hariji, we have a conversation about how to break this. There's a knot, and how to reopen it, and how to Right. So that when you learn, you can keep unlocking newer levels of so that is for sure. The second is that if you really want to just be successful, and then of course you have to find your way with that. But if you really want to have a fuller life where you're doing music, also be prepared to fail numerous times. You will fail more than you will succeed. That's for sure.
Reminds me of the great Kishori Amonkar. And there was an interview which I saw long back, where she said that the enjoyment is in the struggle of trying to hit those notes.
True that.
And you can see, and Zakir ji was also asked about this, and he said that struggle, is a joy to watch as an accompanist. That when you're seeing that she's trying to hit something, she's not getting it, she's always making that effort, and then that moment comes.
True.
When you've just hit it.
Like you won't watch a film where the opening sequence is okay, acha, usne jeet liya hai.
So you want to
see the full graph. Right. So if you can make friends with that tussle and toil, you're good.
Perhaps this holds true for all professions.
Yeah. It's not just music, but I do feel the real music actually lies behind the stage. Yeah. Behind the recording, the final recording that comes out, the entire back end work of you learning the song and trying to hit it right. That's the more interesting part about music.
Now that I wanted to ask you something else, and I would have wanted to go into some other direction.
Right.
But your answer is compelling me to ask a follow-up question.
Okay.
Now, today is the age of virality, right? You go viral by singing something, may not be in tune, it may be off tune completely. You go viral for wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And then once you are viral, you are seen as a representation of an art form which may be completely different from what is being showcased.
True.
There are many situations like this.
True.
So I'm not going to name anybody in particular. And it's like having golgappas from a 5-star hotel. Right? So it is not the real thing. Or puchkas since we are in Calcutta, if you have puchka from a 5-star hotel, it's not the real deal.
No.
Right? But that 5-star hotel puchka has a chance in today's day and age to go viral.
True.
As an artist, when you see something like this, does it hurt you or you're indifferent to this?
No, I don't think you can be hurt by it, because everyone is doing what they're doing. You don't know where they're coming from, what are their stories, what is their background, what do they require, what do they need.
Right.
Requirement need bhi bahut alag hote hain.
Absolutely.
But again, for yourself, you can make those decisions as to what you want to do.
But as an artist, how do you feel? Say, somebody who has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. You know that the person doesn't have the proper credibility.
Yeah.
Or technically may not be as skilled, or emotionally may not be a Rashid Khan.
Right.
Right. But still that person has gone viral. As an artist, from the perspective of the art form, how do you look at it? Don't you feel that this is unjustified, or you accept it, saying that, okay, it's the thing of the times we live in?
There's a very nice line in House.
Okay.
He says, you don't get what you deserve, you just get what you get. So get on with it. It's fine. The whole point is that if you have the knowledge and the vocabulary to put out something nice, rather do it instead of just thinking abhi kya kare nahi kare, wo kar raha hai ki nahi, ye kar raha hai ki nahi. Wo opinions se दुनिया नहीं चलती है. The world is run by people who do. So just go ahead and do something about it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now let's come to success. Okay. And let's talk about recent success. Okay. Now if I have to single out one particular song, it would be Barbad. Right. And it is breaking charts. Another song which comes to mind is Kaide Se.
Right.
And the enormous success that comes along with it. You have rendered a particular song. You have hit the right places. You've hit the right notes, so to speak, metaphorically. You always hit the right notes when you are singing. But that's something else. But metaphorically, when you are hitting that right combination.
Right.
And then you taste success. How do you handle it is my question. Because you are off a national award few days back, and congratulations to you in person.
Thank you so much.
And it's a phenomenal thing. And you're getting it for the same film where the hero of that film also gets it for the first time.
First time, yeah.
So it must be very special for you.
It is.
I'll come to that later.
Take
But
it.
before that, how do you handle this? Because, more often than not, for somebody who has consistently tasted success like yourself,
Right.
I think that message is very important for the rest of the people out there.
Right.
How do you handle success?
It shows like, your music is just like a report card. Like, okay, so you see that, okay, Barbad and Kaide Se is out and they've done well. Last year it was, okay, Chutta Malle or something like that.
Yes.
But between these songs, like 8 songs of mine last year got bounced. But no one knows that. The whole thing is that between two things that you're doing, there's so many things that are happening in the middle which you, so every day, forget every day, probably sometimes you get up with this, okay, this is not happening, this is gone, this is not working out, all that is happening.
So the process is keeping you grounded, or what is it? Is it your own training? Is it?
I would say many of those things. Even if it doesn't work out, go back to recording. If it works out, go back to recording. There's no other option.
There's no shortcut to success, and you keep working hard.
Yeah.
All right.
You need to get back to the mic again.
Yeah.
The mic is your
temple
thing. You have to get back there. Whatever will happen, happens there.
Right.
So you need to understand that. That is there. The second thing also, when you finish something, by the time it reaches the listener, there is a certain amount of time that has passed. What happens to the song is mostly not in your hands.
Right.
Forget about us. The production house itself, the makers of the film also cannot predict for sure what the outcome would be. It's that disconnected.
Okay.
So once you finish your song, it's better to leave it there. You finish the recording, it's best to leave it there. You have to get on with the next one because you can't take it so seriously.
Right. So compartmentalization is what you're saying.
It's like Chokowitz saying, when you lose a point, it's not that you lost the point. It is how much time you dwell on that loss of the point.
True.
Because you have to get on to the next point. Oh. In tennis, you have no time. We still have time
to recover
from it. You can go back home, meet some friends, have a laugh, have a good meal, go to sleep and get back to work. They don't. They have a next point.
And it's just there in the moment.
It's too demanding. It's a high pressure game.
Absolutely.
So it helps to have different things in your life. I have some friends who have absolutely no idea what I do. I have no idea what they do, but we are friends because we love each other's company and we can't stop talking about things. So it helps having such friends.
Absolutely.
It gives you a perspective that ये ही नहीं है, ये दुनिया इससे बहुत कुछ है. When you travel, when you eat something that you can wonder about.
Right.
It's necessary to have these things in your life.
Beautifully said.
So find things that you can wonder about and you won't be stuck somewhere.
Beautifully said. Now let's come to Bengal. Okay. We have this perception, a recent perception that Bengal mein kuch nahi ho raha. Nothing is happening in Bengal. It's a dead state and all of that. From the national perspective,
right?
How do you look at Bengal? And what, keeps bringing you back to Bengal, to Calcutta?
I will say one thing that you guys have cracked far long ago, and that is to have like that whole it's like a fully like a rounded life. where you just don't work for work. There is you work, you need the money, you have to have your necessities done in your life. वो आप कर रहे हो, but आपके पास में है वो टाइम कि हाँ आप अपने दोस्त को चाय कॉफ़ी के लिए मिलो, वो ज़रूरी है. आप कोई फिल्म भी देखोगे, आप अभी भी बुक स्टोर जाके किताब भी खरीदोगे. आप दुर्गा पूजा के लिए भी इन्वेस्ट करोगे क्योंकि वो आपके साल में इम्पॉर्टेंट है आपके लिए. You will also go and buy a sari that matches your mood and what you're looking for. You will sit with an artisan to get things done. I feel that this is a very important way of living life.
It's a complete package that you get in Bengal.
So when I say that you guys cracked it a long time, because I'm talking about the time when there were no phones or social media or nothing. But if this concept still holds true and it's keeping you sane,
then something must
then
be
something is right about it. So I do feel that this is not a slow city. It's actually the pace that you should be living life at. I feel that it's important to have that फुर्सत आराम से. Like मुझे याद है हम लोग जब तक है जाकर रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे थे and गुलजार साहब and यश जी all of and हम वेट करें क्योंकि रिकॉर्डिंग चल रही है, थोड़ा टाइम लग रहा है, बात भी हो रहा है. लाइक आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस फोन पे बात कर रहे हैं. अरे फोन पे डिसाइड करो कब मिलना है, बैठो चाय कॉफ़ी पियो, बात करो. दैट इज नेसेसरी. सो नो मैटर हाउ मच यू have everything and things are coming to you in a jiffy or something, but
that fulfillment is important.
That will only come when you spend time with the people that you have and you love, and they matter. They really matter. They do. Yes.
In fact, taking this conversation forward, these days there's a trend in Europe that these cafes, they are switching off their Wi-Fi.
Very
saying
good.
that if you're here, talk to each other instead of looking at your phones.
True.
I think the West is sort of trying to reduce its pace, whereas here we are being critical.
No,
of the
we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Hope so.
We'll get there.
Because conversations are important.
It's not hope so. We need to. We need to get there. Actually, we need to get there. Yeah.
The other part of Bengal, which I want to talk to you about, is the influence of Bengal's music in your own performance, in your own upbringing or learning.
You can't break away from the fact that all the music that we've heard for many decades has come from here. I mean, you talk about S.D. Burman ji, R.D. Burman, you talk about Amir Khan Sahab, you talk about Salil Chaudhary ji, you talk about Pritam.
Yes.
They're all from here. वो गाने में वो एक मिष्टी रहता है, वो एक मिठास, एक sweetness है, which comes from here, and you're delivering heavy duty things in a very
consumable
light way, ताकि थोड़ा तो दिल पे भी इतना heavy नहीं होना चाहिए. Like Ritesh, my husband, and I, we have this like favorite from the movie Guide. वहाँ कौन है तेरा मुसाफिर जाएगा कहाँ. It is actually a very heartbreaking situation to be in, but S.D. Burman जी ने बड़े प्यार से गा दिया है. तो थोड़ा सा you're taking a very bitter pill with some help.
Right.
That's what the sweetness in the music does to you. So
and that does influence you in many ways.
At least वो मुश्किल को झेलने की हिम्मत आ जाती है कम से कम. Yeah. So that way.
That's wonderful to know. And looking forward, one last question before we wind up this conversation. I know that you have other engagements. We can't keep talking about music all day long.
No, yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Although professionally I'm not a musician, I come from a very different background. But music sort of gives me a lot of energy. It is that space where I can channelize my...
That's Bengal for you. No matter what you do,
music
you cannot escape art.
You cannot.
You cannot, and
it is kind of ingrained in the system.
That's where my dad got it from. He said, "You will have life with music or without music. Always choose with music. It will be a fulfilling life. So always choose that."
So it's again coming back to the first zone from where we started.
Right.
Now, before we end, what are your expectations? What are your expectations from musicians of the day? Because, you spoke about stalwarts like Sholil Chaudhary or S.D. Burman Saab. Now, when you're talking about these giants, R.D. Burman, the kind of revolution they brought about in music.
Right.
From the perspective of Bollywood.
Right.
What are your expectations from musicians, music directors of the day? Because we are living in dangerous times where songs or art is digital. You go to some artificial intelligence website and you type in something.
I know.
And there's a song or a work of art.
I know.
Right. So how do you deal with this, or how do you prevent this from coming in, or can you at all prevent this?
I first of all, I think when you say prevent, you're already making it dark. So let's not get there.
That,
let's not really jump into yeah. So let's just see that. Just the other day, I was listening to an interview. Anirudh was mentioning that he got stuck somewhere. 2 lines of the song, and he used AI to finish that thing. He said, I didn't use that line, but it gave me something to think about.
You can think on these lines.
Yeah, so then he somehow, because you get a writer's block and you don't know what to, you get into a loop. So those 2 lines just broke that loop, and I wrote something on my own, but I got a new direction from that. So AI से भी prevention ये वो ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए. Let's see where it takes us.
Right.
Because I am sure that human beings are empathetic enough to find a good working relationship with all of this. I do have faith in people everywhere. And I hope that we can coexist where the AI can help us.
Right.
And ease our difficulties in our mundane lives, but
can a machine really touch your heart like the voice of, say, Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab or Ustad Amir Khan?
One thing can help you touch that. It's like a lot of pain and love put together.
And that machine can.
That the machine obviously can't do to you, but then for that you'll have to live life.
Right.
So थोड़ा सा phone on हटा करके time spend करने की कोशिश करो. I think that'll do you good.
Wonderful. Yeah. On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Being in this podcast.
Thank you so much. No,
thank you. It
was an absolute pleasure. I hope we can have more conversations soon.
Yes, I look forward to it.
Thank you.
And all the very best.
Thank you, Sourav.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.